Welcome back to the F125 My Team Save here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. It's time for our home Grand Prix for the second season. We didn't actually do that well here last year, I don't believe. I think it was a circuit we struggled at. Victor Martin at Great Britain. We retired. Good, that bodes well, doesn't it? We might have had an issue actually of some description. If memory serves, maybe a gearbox issue similar to Saudi last year. We got a P6 with Nico Hülkenberg last time out in Austria forwards. We got a P5 at Austria reverse with Victor Martin the race before. So we've picked up some really healthy points in the last couple of races. We've extended our lead over Williams to 9 points in the Constructors' Championship, and we're only a couple of points away from confirming our rivalry victory against Aston Martin. So hopefully that will happen in today's episode. The fight for the title has gapped slightly by quite a bit. George Russell was running in the top 2 or 3 in Austria last time out. Then he retired, and unfortunately now the gap at the top of the World Drivers' Championship is 30 points. And well, at the minute, nobody looks like stopping Max Verstappen again for the second season in a row. He had a 220-point championship win last season, and so far this year, he's won 6 races in a row, and 7 of the 11 so far. So Max is going to win the championship again, basically. Yuki's got back-to-back DNFs, which is not ideal for him, but hopefully we'll be able to do well in our home Grand Prix with, of course, a new one-off livery for our home Grand Prix. That is the car that we'll be driving. Car is going to look like this for the British Grand Prix again, channeling the red, white and blue theme. It's the Xenon Dynamics, our title sponsor. It's their kind of inbuilt in-game livery that we've then obviously tweaked to add some of our own sponsors onto it. So that's what we'll be driving today. And obviously, as you saw there, that's going to be the race suit. When it loads, that's going to be the race suit for the drivers as well. Better than last year's, certainly. Still not a great livery, I admit, but we are limited on options with liveries this year. At least if we want to be realistic, because there are a number of title sponsor liveries available in the store, but none of the other ones actually are sponsors that I have. So none of them are actually on the car. So I'd feel like I'd be breaking the realism barrier to kind of have, say, an X4MIG livery when I don't have an X4MIG sponsor, if you know what I mean. Maybe you guys don't care about that sort of thing. Maybe I shouldn't care about that sort of thing. One thing I do care about is doing well at Silverstone. So we're going with a balanced tyre setup. We're hoping that it's not going to rain, although I'm sure you guys would love to see the utter chaos that was the British Grand Prix in real life recently replicated in Save. Great Britain in the dry, please. And then hopefully we can have a very solid race weekend. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. My heart is racing, wondering if we're going to be dry for the race. Yes. Yes, we are. Fantastic. As we get a raid from Aiden. Thank you, mate. Welcome in, everyone. So, dry British Grand Prix. And for those of you that are here with me on the YouTube video, I'm going to switch my parts over and then jump into practice. Practice completed, resource points on the board. I am not happy with the setup. I did plenty of tweaking with it in practice and just couldn't find the sweet spot. The sweetest spot I found just has me good in the corners, but too slow in a straight line, which around Silverstone is just going to have me absolutely dead. But if I make the car competitive in a straight line, it's borderline unmanageable through the high-speed turns. So I'm in a really awkward position now where I have to do something. I have to commit to a certain direction with the setup, knowing that the most likely direction I choose probably going to mean I'm not going to be that competitive, but we'll see what happens. I'll do what I can in qualifying, and then in race pace, it's potluck. Not quick. I don't feel very fast at all.
Okay,
so
there's 2 minutes left in this
25.6.
session, and we're in the drop zone. We need a quick lap, or that's qualifying over for us.
It's not great. It's not great. P11 for us in Q1. They're in at the top end. They're in the late 23s. They're in the early 23s. Fucking Nora. 2.2 seconds off the pace. I'll be lucky to score points here at this rate. Bloody hell. Q2 time coming in of a dead 125.2. I found the few tenths, but it's still 11th, and it's still absolutely fucking nowhere compared to those at the front. 23.1. How are you supposed to compete with that? I've got maxed out aero with the development of the car, nearly maxed out chassis, nearly maxed out powertrain, and I'm 2 seconds off the pace. I don't know what else I can do. Oh, all right. Teammates out as well. Martat finished in 15th. Both Aston Martins out as well. Albon is through in the Williams. I'm absolutely friggin' nowhere in Great Britain. Absolutely nowhere whatsoever. Joy, bring on the race. 52 laps of pain. Penalties would be great, but I don't think anyone's really going to have any. Maybe Tsunoda, but no.
Start from pole position.
Max from 22.8, by the way.
Looking down the rest
At
of
Silverstone, a 1 minute
Russell,
22.8. Verstappen is in a rocket
Mika
ship.
Hakkinen and Senna. Piastri, Leclerc,
It's just
Albon,
unmatchable.
and Jack Doohan.
Doohan in P10.
Hulkenberg,
We do start
Pitton,
P11.
Liam Lawson.
No penalties to
and
anyone.
Stroll. Martin,
Oh, this
and
is just
alongside
going
me
to
in the
be
comment.
awful. My tyre wear's like 30% higher than expected as well.
Radio check, please. Radio check.
Oh, God, it's just going to be worse.
Okay, here we
It's
go.
genuinely
I know
just
what
going to
you
be
can do.
worse.
Don't let me down.
I'm going to have to double medium it rather than double soft it. Everyone's starting on softs. I've got no choice but to... I don't really think I've got a choice but to mirror them, really. I could try and start on a medium tyre and use DRS to try and stay with, but I just don't think I'd be competitive. This is just not going to be fun. I'd love to be more competitive at my home Grand Prix, but I'm just not. Let's go medium, medium, soft and do it that way around instead. Although then I'm just committing to overcutting, which is going to lose me even more time. No. I'm just going to have to soft, medium, medium and suck it up. Try and hope that I can make things last. The way that we lost fuel in the last Grand Prix at Austria means that I'm just going to stick with a 7 laps over here as well. The car is a dog around Silverstone, and I don't think this is going to go well. I could do with a safety car chaos. So I think I'm just going to have to undercut my way to potentially some sort of points finish. But it's going to be very, very difficult
Nice one. That's
to finish in the
if you can get good launch as the
9th or 10th slots. I categorically will not have the pace to stay with anyone from the top 8. It's just not happening. Great. Loads of wheel spin, had to get out the throttle. Oh. But if we can get ourselves past Doohan and have a battle with Albon here. A warning for a collision with Doohan. I didn't think we'd actually touched. If I can stick with Alex Albon, get out of it, Jack. Then there's a chance of something today, but I'm going to have to hope that I can undercut on both stops and that DRS keeps me just in touch for as long as possible. You already know how unlikely a strong performance is here based on our history at Silverstone. I look forward to this race every season on every F1 game. And every season on every F1 game, I'm absolutely nowhere on pace. is such a great track and so much fun to drive. I'm just never competitive here, and it crushes me. Not a great first lap, but not a terrible first lap. We're in the points for now, as Piastri and presumably Senna fight. It's keeping myself and Alex Albon in touching distance here. I'm having to use a lot of battery, so it's Leclerc. Wow, I really thought it would have been Senna back here. The front left tyre is taking an absolute pounding. I'm just praying it hangs on. We're wanting to go, or supposedly needing to go.
The car behind is dropping back by about 3/10 a lap. Well
16
done.
laps on this set. I'm going to box on 14 at the absolute latest, I think. Don't think my soft tyres really will even get me that far, but I'll try my best. At the minute, we're in touching distance of P7. But as soon as Piastri and Leclerc stop fighting and just start lapping, putting their pace in, we'll be nowhere. Albon might well be able to stick with them because Williams is particularly strong in a straight line. But this is tough right now. Martin's still P12, having a good start to the race. Piastri and Leclerc have disappeared out front. Myself and Alex are kind of two on our own here. And then Martin has been able to get his way from a P15 start up to a P11 at the moment. And hopefully we'll start to close on myself and Alex. And we can drag him along, although at the minute he's still got Doohan with him. So there's the front the front four, both Red Bulls and Mercedes. Then it's 2x2 with the Ferrari and the McLarens. Here comes the, well, I hesitate to say Albon train,
No need to worry
because
about
we're still
the
out of
tyre
DRS
conditions for now.
range
Everything's
of everyone
looking
back
good.
there, but Albon is certainly best of the rest right now, and then we're all not too far behind each other apart from the Sauber and the RB that are absolutely dead at the back. I've got loads of battery, which is great, but my tyres are just melting, absolutely melting around here. You know for a fact that they're going to go soft, but my tyre wear is always so high at Silverstone, like 30+% higher than anticipated, meaning that whilst I can be quite competitive in the early stages of a stint, I can't do it for a whole stint, let alone a whole race. Trying to take Alex Albon is probably pointless because I don't have the pace to pull away from him. I would just end up using all of my battery trying to defend, not being able to do so, and then not having the battery to be able to stick with. So I think in terms of our overall race time, it's better to stick behind Albon here, unless it's a glaringly obvious opportunity to just sweep past, take the position, and then take the racing line again before a corner. We're not losing any time sat behind Albon at the moment, but we're also not gaining any time sat behind him either. But we're not going to gain any time sat in front of him, so might as well just sit here, wait till the pit stops, and hope that an undercut can get us clear of Albon, so that we can then try and defend from him later in the Grand Prix. But P9 is the maximum we can do today, unless there is safety car or red flag chaos later on, because we just don't have it for those front 8 positions, or even remotely close to it at all. Nice to see Martin has got to us and dropped Lawson though. But Lawson is probably battling with Doohan, which is why they've dropped back, because it was Doohan in that position. Lawson may well gap the Williams, and then Aston Martin is through as well, whether that be Stroll or Colapinto, I'm not sure. Here comes my teammate in my rear view mirror. It's really weird to see not a yellow and black car behind me when it says Martin, but that's the car that we're running. What I see in my rear view mirror is what Albon sees in his, but he's seeing double. Martin is the fastest car, so at some point I will let him go. At some point soon I will let him go. I was going to try and do it down that straight, but Albon extended such a way that I wanted to make sure I stayed within touching distance of Albon, or we stayed within touching distance of Albon, so I used a little bit of battery there. We're going to swap the cars. Had to absolutely knacker myself there to actually get it done, but I'm still in DRS range, so it's fine. Martin is the faster of the two of us, so he can go. And we'll try and, between the two of us, catch Albon. Martin might be the faster of all three of us, and Martin might be the one to drag us all along. 4 seconds back to Colapinto. Lawson is closing because evidently the Williams is quite a fast car too compared to ourselves. We are obviously in a Constructors' Championship fight with the Williams, and more often than not we're fighting with Lawson or Albon, aren't we, at the moment? He's going for it. Marta up the inside of the Williams, trying to get it done. Now Albon will have the inside line for Lovefield. If you're going to go for it, you've got to get it done through Brookfields, because around Lovefield and Woodcote you're just not going to hold the position. He's trying to do the same to Albon as he did to me there, Marta, but rather evidently Albon is less obliged to move out of the way and let him through. I could have fought my corner against Martin last lap, but there was no point, so I didn't. Albon is fighting his corner, and they'll do it again all the way through Stowe. And Marta is through. Now then, I need to be within DRS range here, because Marta absolutely has the pace to pull Albon away from me, and as a result, both of those point scoring positions. My tyre wear is very much becoming a factor now. Lawson has closed. Colapinto and co are still falling further back. I say Colapinto and co, it's Colapinto and his teammate. And then you're going back to the Alpines. It's showing that it's a track that clearly separates performance from performance team-wise. We are looking like we're going almost 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 in terms of the teams. Really separates or exaggerates the gap between each constructor and their car, doesn't it? You really find out just where you sit in the performance index genuinely around Silverstone. Marta has pulled away from Albon here. Albon is now without DRS again, so he's falling back towards us.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake.
You see what my tyre wear looks like, and we're just ending lap 10. I want to go to at least, to hopefully 14. I'm going to have to go to 14 because I can't really do without the DRS at the moment.
Lost some time to the car behind.
Albon is probably going to be vulnerable at some point, and I might end up having to take Albon because his teammate otherwise will take me. Just like Martin did. My teammate is gone. At the minute, we are looking likely of a P9 Chesnoid Racing finish. But it's not going to be me that gets it. It's going to be Victor. I'll try and get a double points finish for the team and come home in P10 as well if I can, but I'm struggling at the minute. Probably, judging by my commentary thus far this weekend, have been expecting the struggle. And well, the struggle is here. Good, that's gone well. Is there any point? I'm going to try and hold my own around Cops. We've done so and kept ourselves within DRS range of Albon. Oh, that was hairy. Very hairy. Dirty air. Absolutely killed me around Cops there. Went to turn in, and basically the aerodynamics of the car and my front left tyre, which is absolutely dead, in combination said, nope, no grip. Lawson's got me, 42% on that front left. Outrageous, really. I think one of the Saubers back there must have taken a pit stop. There's no way he's that slow, surely. No, Portal would pit on lap 1 for a new wing. I hadn't actually noticed. I've been fighting so hard with everybody. I've barely paid any attention to the mini-map at all, quite frankly. Finding that it feels like more often than not, Lawson is faster than Albon.
3.2
but
seconds.
If ever a Williams is to get a standout result, it's Alex Albon that gets it. feel like Lawson is more consistent, whereas Albon has the higher top ceiling. Still quite happy to sit here behind the 2 Williams rather than behind the 1 Williams. Not lost any race time basically with that. Or not lost any potential finishing position opportunities by getting overtaken by Lawson. We'll undercut them both when we box, which is most likely going to be next lap. But Martin is gapping them, which is good to see. That's how you take cops. Well done, Ches. I'm going to box this lap.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
We'll just do 1 lap further on the mediums each stint to accommodate for this undercut. We were going to go to 16 and then do 18 laps per medium tyre. We'll go to 14 and then do 19 laps per medium tyre. But the 2 stops effectively the only way I can get to the end with any sort of pace whatsoever. It's going to cost us lots of positions. It's a really slow and long pit stop here at Silverstone. If you can do a 1 stop, it might be beneficial, but we just can't do a 1 stop. Start with the shit pit stops every bloody race weekend.
Put it behind us now and get back into this race.
That's at least 3 pit stops in a row. They've screwed me. At least 3 pit stops in a row.
Okay, 1 stop to go. Just 1 stop.
My God. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to do to not have broken pit stops. But that is genuinely 3 in a row and maybe more. Both pit stops at Austria in the forwards direction were broken. And the first pit stop here has been balked as well. Oh, I give up on every front today. One of the Williams is in. One of the McLaren is in as well. And we find out if the undercut's actually been worth anything. We've been gaining on Maloney and Hajar and Ocon, but they're shit anyway. It's a case of whether we're gaining on the Williams or not. Well, we be gaining. It's a case of how much have we gained on the Williams. It's Albon that's gotten pit priority over Lawson. He's just coming out of the pit, just be turning his pit limiter off any moment now. There he is. The undercut for 2 laps was worth nothing because my pit crew screwed me over, and Albon's gone to softs as well. If I hadn't had a shit pit stop, I'd have been 2 seconds down the road. But I did have a shit pit stop, so I'm not 2 seconds down the road. Albon's pit stop, Albon's pit stop was 5.6. So my undercut was useless. How? How was the undercut? How have I gained by like 4 seconds on some drivers, but effectively not gained at all on the Williams, despite being on much fresher tyres? I don't understand what's going on right now. Other than this car and this circuit and this driver, i.e. me, not a great combination. Albon's now going to disappear away from me because he's on soft tyres, and my misery will be complete. Intriguingly, Lawson has come out in front of even Albon, so both Williams have boxed 2 or 3 laps later than me and are still ahead.
Don't forget, you've got more control than ever over your ERS mode, so play around with them in your MFD.
There must be a number of 1-stoppers, surely. Because I don't think a 2-stopper would box any later than 16 or 17. My teammate's ahead of a McLaren right now. Obviously McLaren that has pit compared to Martin that hasn't. But they both continue. Well, Martin at least continues on. Martin might be on a 1-stop here. Lawson's just disappeared into the distance. As soon as Albon gets past Maloney, I need to get past Maloney. Please box, Zane. Thank you. I'm not going to take Albon. I want to get dragged towards Lawson. If I fight with Albon now, we both lose Lawson. It's a strategical don't make an overtake.
Let's use
Lots more drivers in the box now.
Energy.
Up to P13. I think seemingly soon to be P12. Because Albon won't have DRS here. Although he's going to get a better exit than me, isn't he? Yeah, no, we'll just stay where we are then. Fuck me. Yellow flag at the last turn. It's an Alpine. Not sure what's happened to it. Whether it's spun, I'm presuming it's going to spin. Oh no, we can see the puffs. Engine gone. Engine gone on... Number are you? Gasly. Gasly's engine has gone kaput. That won't cause a safety car there. It's well out of the way. And unfortunately it's not going to benefit us at all, that retirement, but never mind. There's one less car to potentially screw us over later in the race. Still sat tucked up behind the two Williams. At the minute, comfortably. But, again, might have the pace to potentially overtake if I committed a lot of battery to it, but then don't have the pace to pull away, so there's no point. Just in a DRS train getting dragged along. Teammate was 22.2 seconds ahead of us last lap. We're going just under... I'm obviously not concentrating properly. Here. We were going just under 2 seconds a lap faster than our teammate. And as a result, we're significantly closing in on him. He is now in the pits, which is the next thing that distracted me there to cause the mistake for the flashback. He's one stopping, as is the other McLaren. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get the chance to check how the gap had closed as per that last lap, but he's done 10 laps more on his soft tyres than we did on ours, and he'll now be going to the end on his medium set of tyres that he's going to put on now.
Clear.
Whereas we still have one more stop to make. We're back up to P11 with P9 and 2 World Championship points sat right there in front of us. And plenty of battery to do something about it when the point comes. But the point isn't now.
By about 3/10 a lap. Well done.
Good. That's because he's on worn softs. The two Williams in front have swapped positions now. Lawson is in front of Albon. Albon's pace is starting to drop on his now really quite worn soft tyre. Lawson's pace is still there on the medium. I'm at 30%, or will be by the end of the lap at least, on the front left here, and we still want to do another 9 laps on this tyre before we are boxing again. Could maybe do 8 laps on the tyre, but not sure at the minute. We'll gauge how this goes. We might have to try and dispatch Albon to stay in touch with Lawson. Don't want Lawson disappearing into the distance because he's on fresher medium tyres and us getting stuck battling with Albon for too long. But at the minute, it's effectively the same train. It's just that the engine is now Lawson, not Albon. Still comfortably in this trio. Still biding my time till the end of the race to try and make a push for P9. Fully aware I haven't really said much for the past 5 laps or so. I'm concentrating really hard just trying to stick with the Williams in front. We're probably going to box next lap to go to mediums. I did just double check where, etc., to contemplate maybe extending to lap 38 and then going to a set of softs, but I don't think it's going to be worth it. Pretty sure just staying on the mediums for the next stint as well is going to be the best way for me to get to the end. So that's exactly what we're going to do. The Williamses have swapped position again. I think Lawson might have made a mistake through here last lap, and Albon got him down into Stowe. Still just sat, biding my time, maintaining the gaps behind, gap to our teammate. It's been about 14 seconds the whole time, really, since I've noticed Martin there in P13. The DRS, oh, that's Albon in. Okay. Albon doing a slightly longer medium stint at the end. I will definitely be boxing next lap then, because he's going to get an undercut. I am just within DRS range of Lawson, thankfully. So we will be able to keep using that to our advantage. We're expecting Albon to go to the medium tyre next, and indeed he has. That's exactly what we're doing. So we'll try our absolute best to have a decent bloody pit stop, let alone enter the race. I just want a pit stop that isn't messed up, please. Pit crew, if you don't mind. I've upgraded you twice and you've gotten worse. Same as my bloody fuel efficiency upgrades. I've upgraded those 3 or 4 times and that's just gotten worse as well. Everything seems bloody backwards, doesn't it? Please can I have a stop that works? I'll do that every time then. Thank you!
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
I wonder if it's got something to do with timing the pit stop too late.
Pit stops.
Like, even though it's still purple, if I'm timing it and boxing and pitting on like 0.3 or below, is it counting? Is it registering it as a red one? Maybe. Albon has undercut us by 2 seconds on that lap alone. We're only 9.5 seconds behind our teammate.
Use that overtake button a bit more.
And he's on significantly more worn tyres than we are right now. So we're going to the end. He's going to the end. We've got a new set of softs to go to if there's a safety car of any sort. It's pedal to the metal. Can we score some points today? Stroll's in. Lawson's in. We have undercut Lawson. We would have anticipated doing so.
Now everything's looking good
because of the Albon situation. And yeah, it's about 2 seconds a lap new tyres are worth. So that gap to Martin probably not going to last long. And when Albon gets to Martin, hopefully that's going to mean that if we haven't already been able to catch Albon, we will be able to, because he'll start battling with my teammate. By which point Lawson probably will have caught the 2 of us anyway. And it will be a quartet 4-way fight for 2 points positions.
The car behind,
I just don't think.
Car behind on the medium tyre now.
Just don't think the one stop is going to work for Martin. I think he's going to finish 12th. Don't really see any other scenario for him, sadly. He's just not going to have the tyre wear and pace at the end of the race. Personal best lap. Martin continues to come back towards us. There's still 16 laps to go, although really Verstappen is probably going to lap us. So 15 laps to go. We are a lap down at the moment, but the 2 Red Bull and a Mercedes, I believe, are yet to pit again. They've gone soft medium. Are they 1-stopping or are they 2-stopping? Max is 1-stopping. Max is not stopping again. So he's definitely lapped us. Tsunoda's 1-stopping as well. Russell is right on Tsunoda's tail. And he's not stopping again either. The 1-stop is the fastest way to the end for those at the front. Senna 1-stop as well. Senna has 1-stop also. Well, I'm surprised at that. Piastri's 1-stopped. Martin's 1-stop. I don't think the 1-stop is the better way. Mick Hakkinen gone medium. Myself and Lawson have also gone medium. So we'll just have to wait and see how it pans out at the end. Lawson's arrived. There he is.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
At the moment, I think I'm going to be finishing behind the 2 Williams. I'm trying to do everything to ensure that I'm there or thereabouts at the right time with enough batteries to do something about it. Lawson and Albon, I think, just have the edge
right, the gap to the
on us with this car this weekend.
4.6 seconds.
Teammate is only 1.7 seconds ahead of Albon now. And it won't be long before he's at the back of the 4 of us. But it might well be finishing Williams, Chesnoid, which would mean that they would close the gap on us in the Constructors' Championship and not overtake us, but certainly be significantly closer.
Overtake button and see what you can do.
Try everything to finish in 9th, or at least 10th, ahead of one of the Williams. Try and nullify their advantage, or minimise it. And we're right with Lawson,
Keep managing your tyres.
and Albon is right with Martin. I'm feeling Martin is just going to tumble quite quickly here. Hopefully he holds his own against the Williams, but unlikely, I think. The tyre deficit is going to be quite noticeable for my teammate here, unfortunately. Albon is already through him, although he's got the inside line here. So we'll try and hold his own, Martin, but Albon just quite simply drives all the way around the outside of him at Luffield and through Woodcote. The move is done. Yeah, it didn't take long at all, did it really? Going to be the same for Lawson, and hopefully the same for me. We'll try. I mean, he might have a go at getting Albon back here. You can get a good enough exit out of Chapel. Speaking of good enough exits out of Chapel. That was useless! No, he's not had a good enough exit out of Chapel. He's not gotten the move done. I don't know what, it must have been dirty air there through Chapel myself, or I tried to carry too much speed. A bit too ambitious, regardless. Took to the exit road rather than bouncing across the grass. Albon's going to try and extend and get away now. Hold on to that P9. This is, of course, what we don't want to happen. Oh, he's got sideways there, Lawson. Martins does the same, blimey. That was weird. They both completely nearly binned it.
Good job.
Right, dirty here behind your teammate here, says Albon is 1.9 seconds away. I need to have a good Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, washed wide a little bit in the dirty air, but now we need to get Martin down the straight and try and close in on Albon as quickly as possible. Victor, get out of the way. We're on different strategies. I let you through early, you let me through now. If you could hold up Lawson, that'd be lovely. Never mind then, Lawson's followed me through. Right, P10, we're in the points. Martin is down to P12 as we suspected he would be. And now it's a case of, can I catch Albon and or keep Lawson behind? 10 laps to go. The amount of times I've done that this race is actually silly. Lawson's got me as a result. The only way we catch Albon is if we stop making mistakes like that. Because overall I'm probably costing myself 3 to 5 seconds worth of race time by making mistakes like that every Grand Prix. Just can't afford to do it.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Just got to try and keep tabs on Albon. Again, the dirty air forcing us wide a little bit. We've still got plenty of battery. We're just... and this is just how we've spent most of the race, really, isn't it? Tucked up behind another couple of drivers. Just biding our time. But time is running out. We will have to make the move soon. Or at least commit to trying to make the move soon. I'm going to get DRS off the back of Lawson here. And I'm going to go for the move up the inside. I'm going to try and use that DRS to close in on Albon if I can. It's half a second. I might go for it. I'm gonna. It's P9. Ahead of both the Williams now. Maloney's letting us through.
Condition still looking good.
I've still got a decent amount of battery to attempt to defend. It's only going to be an attempt of a defence. I'm hoping the Williams fight each other. I'm not going to be that lucky, I don't think, but it's worth hoping for and crossing your fingers. Well, at 47 of what for us will be 51. So it's 47, 48, 49, 50 and 51 to go. 5 laps between us and the end. I'm actually about to get lapped by a Ferrari here. About to get lapped by Senna.
Blue flag.
Crazy, this pace difference. So it really shows you the gaps in the power index quite visibly. But if we can lose as little time as possible, letting Senna through.
Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through.
Feel free to cut that sentence before I say the thing about Senna. Now Senna's going to get me down the straight with DRS. And I'm barely going to lose any time at all here. I'll try and stay with him for a couple of DRS zones if I can. We are out of DRS range of Lawson behind, who's also taken Alex Albon through the course of the being lapped by Senna aspect. He is closing. Try and stay within DRS of Senna, try and stay out of DRS of Albon, and actually losing the position to P4 to go one lap down to him might actually be what guarantees our P9 here. I'm going to use battery and DRS to try and stay with Senna. And we might be able to extend the gap behind. We've not got many laps to go, as we say. We're on lap 48 of what will be 51 for us. So there'll be 3 to go when we cross the line. I should be able to stick with Senna here as well. This might be P9 assured. Yellow flag. I think it's my teammate. No? Just... maybe? No? No. That was weird. Maybe he was just going abnormally slowly to let the Mercedes through. I'm not sure. Regardless, we've got 1.8-ish, 1.7 second gap behind, and 2 laps to try and hold on to it. For 2 points in the World Championship, confirmation of our victory in the rivalry against Aston Martin if I finish P9, and to extend the lead over Williams in the Constructors by another single point. All it's going to take is one massive result for someone, somewhere, in a Williams to bring them right back up to us, or, alternatively, for me or my teammate, to guarantee us finishing above them. It's Spa next, where if you cast your mind back, we won last year, so we will definitely need to up the difficulty for Spa this year. It's just a case of how far we up it. We're at 104 at the minute. We'll probably qualify at 106 and then see what it's like from there. But certainly we will be upping the difficulty for Spa because we just don't want that guaranteed victory that we got last year.
Okay, be aware the car behind is catching you by 5/10 a lap. 5/10.
Yep, and he's 5/10 behind as we're on the final lap as well. So this is going to be intriguing. With a lapped car of Bortoletto to throw into the mix too. I need my rear tyres to hang on here. I've got, I wouldn't say enough battery, but I've got certainly a sizable chunk of battery to try and help me fight my corner. Lawson's going to have a look, but I will shut the door here. And the inside line for Luffield. There's some slipstream on Bortoletto. Wouldn't go amiss here either. He's getting a little bit wiggly. Don't try and let me through on the apex of cops. Bortoletto moves out of the way. Now Lawson is right behind me with DRS to come down the hanger straight. So I need to get this right. I've gotten it as good as I've gotten it all race. 4/10. Lots of battery for 2 World Championship points. I think we might just have held on. I've spent a lot of this Grand Prix not saying anything and driving as hard and as fast as I possibly can. I am not great at Silverstone, as you well know, and I've had to really work for this. We're 1 minute and 9 seconds behind the next position.
Pick up rubber and bring it home.
But P9 assured, which absolutely...
What is that? 2 points?
It is, Nico. Absolutely is the best we could have gotten today. Driver of the day for Nico Hulkenberg as well, to add to that. And that's only P11 to P9. And that's driver of the day. So it shows you how hard I've had to work for it. But we have been able to get the maximum
Well,
result
that was
possible
certainly
from
an
that Grand
exciting
Prix.
weekend of Formula One. Be sure
I mean,
to join us
I
for
was a
more
minute and 9
exciting
seconds
Formula
off
One
Leclerc,
action
and he was a
very
minute
soon.
and 17 seconds off Max Verstappen. And I've got maxed out aero already and nearly maxed out chassis. How are we ever supposed to win a championship? Brr. Well, it'll be the Spa sprint weekend next. We'll be moving back to the usual livery. Fan sentiment has only gone up a little tickle there, but hopefully we should get more from winning the rivalry with Aston Martin. I'm surprised it didn't mention it there. Normally it mentions it in that screen. So have we not won the rivalry against Aston Martin? I think we have won the rivalry against Aston Martin. Tell me in my messages, have we won the rivalry against Aston Martin?
Chief, I must remind you that we have parts fully researched that are waiting for development.
Yes.
Let's get that performance on the car.
We've won our rivalry. Rivalry's intensifying. Close to rivalry win. Great news. We're on the verge of triumphing. On the verge. Oh, have they upped it again? Initially it was 41 points we needed. Now it's 43, or was up to 43, and now it's 45. Could I just, every time I think I've got there, they raise the bar? Come on, give me a chance. Ah, well, hopefully we can do that in Spa then. I do have the opportunity to actually finally train my manager character now. Let's do a recruitment drive on the personnel side. I think it might actually be corporate side. There were some hands-on meetings here. Reduce running costs in your facility by 50%. Whoa, that's huge. Do that in the engineering side. Blimey, that's absolutely massive. All coming a little bit too late because really we've already massively got close to finishing every option we have. Do that on the chassis side. Also have a chassis blitz, I think, maybe. And then I can't do any more of those focuses, so let's do a powertrain blitz as well. Focus sessions, focus. Driver wellness, focus goes up, perception goes up. No, what I want is their actual driving ability to go up. So maybe just focus. We'll do the goods there, and we'll do wellness as well. And here I'm just trying to maximise the fan outreach so we can get more sponsors as well. Although at the minute I'm potentially in the in a position where I've got too many sponsors and not enough room on the car. So maybe I should hold off on that front for a little while. Let's see, engineering department has upgraded with regards to QV expansion. Lovely. No idea what that does off the top of my head. Research wise, we are maxed out on aerodynamics and will very soon be maxed out on the chassis side as well. We have the fuel tank in the process of going. Then I've just got 2 upgrades to do on the brakes, one of which I can do now. And then that'll be the chassis fully upgraded. Might I remind you, I was 2.5 minutes off Max Verstappen in the last Grand Prix, and I very nearly got a fully maxed out chassis and aero department. How in the balls are you supposed to actually start as the bottom side and make it to a world championship? Absolutely beyond me. Dual development, thank you very much. And if that passes, it will be ready for Spa, which should be lovely. We should have some other stuff passing in the meantime as well. I do also need to change the livery back, but we'll do that between episodes. Stick with me here, though. Good. Some more delays just to add more infuriation to it. Was that on the chassis side or the development side or the research side? It's on the research side. Let's quickly try and set that back in motion here if we can. Okay. Something was delayed somewhere, but what it was, I'm not actually too sure then. Fair enough. That was weird. Something failed anyway. Let's advance further then. Brake ducts done. Chassis focus session done. Yeah, that's definitely failed.
Good news. We've just
That's
completed
failed
the
as well.
development of a part, and it's now ready for fitting. But be sure to check in at the Assign Upgrades screen when you get the chance.
Bloody hell. Redevelop that. Dual develop that. That'll be ready for Hungary. Not looking forward to Hungary. We were really poor there last year. Anything else on the research side? No, I just need resource points now, don't I? Of which I don't have enough to do anything with. I mean, look how far behind we are a Red Bull. I just don't get how you're ever supposed to close that gap without me just purposefully manually changing the difficulty and lowering the difficulty to make myself more competitive at the front end. It's the only way around it, really, isn't it? So we might actually, at the end of this season, end up lowering the difficulty to make ourselves more competitive.
Sponsor is interested in backing our team.
Who is it? Someone with a good logo. Blue Star, that might be a decent logo. We'll see if we can add them onto the livery as per the next change as well. Excessive cash reserves, I know. I need it, though, to sign drivers, if you don't mind. Good. QV expansion's done there as well. Stuff's continually. Yes, I know.
Research projects.
We
don't want to fall behind our rivals, and we haven't got anything in the pipeline.
QV expansion on the powertrain is now level 1 as well. We've got enough resource points. I might have enough resource points. I don't think I do to actually do something. Chassis side upgrades complete. Good. So, hello. What are you still sending me something here for? Oh yeah, I can just do something else now, can't I? Dual development, please. Thank you. And then dual development on the fuel tank as well. Thank you. Right, that will be us officially completely done on the chassis side as well when that's complete. More resource points come in, only 284 though. I don't think 1400 is enough really to do anything. Another secondary sponsor, which is whoever the hell that is. Alvinia, maybe? Yeah, Alvinia. That's a difficult to read logo. I'm not sure I'll be putting that on the car. But it's the Belgian Grand Prix next. Oh, okay, advanced talks with Carlos Sainz. Let's go to a meeting. Can we entice Carlos to join us for next season? It was about 68 or 69% likelihood last time we met with him. And this time it's up to 70. Still not great. Wants me to be second in the vehicle performance index, yet like Williams are anywhere near that now themselves as well. Have a word with yourself, mate. Well, I think we could convince Carlos to sign. I think we could convince Alex Albon to sign as well.
Getting close to an alignment with their side now. There's still a long way to go, and obviously...
Yeah, I know, etc, etc. Right, Belgian Grand Prix. What am I doing? What am I doing tyre allocation-wise here? Belgium. Balanced tyre set, 1 stop, hard to medium. Okay, secret, perfectly done. And yes, increased difficulty if needed, which it will be. Talks with Sainz are going well, and that leaves us in a position where we're just going to go to Spa. It is a sprint weekend, so I'll up the difficulty for the sprint to 106, and we'll see what happens. And then we may need to up the difficulty further from there as well, but we'll wait and see. Thank you for watching this one. We were able to maximise the result of the team despite the frustrations over the course of the weekend. Thank you very much for watching, YouTube. I shall see you next time.